Hi, welcome back. On this video we're going to continue with the serial of exercises for this topic of basic level of Excel for business. So we're going to cover two important topics today. The subtotal, that is a very important tool within Excel, and also the graphics. So let's start with number 6, that it says subtotals. Here we have this exercise. I'm going to review the table with control down key. I have 50 registers, control up key, and then see the main title and the headings. So I have here seller's payment. So see, I have here an index column that is numbering the registry one by one until number 50. Then I have the seller's names, the products that they are selling, the date of sale. We have it in the format of text by months. Also the state where these were sold and the amount in unit price. And we also have the quantity sold. Now the exercise is to obtain the sales, the commissions, and the profit for the company. So let's start with the sales. So that's why we are going to multiply 115 by 12. So just locate on the cell, type equal, and then we select the value 115 that is in the cell F5, and we multiply with the asterisk by 12, that is the cell G5. Enter, and we have 1380. Then double click in the autofill to automatically filling all the registers down, and now we obtained the sales. For the commissions, it's saying that it is 15% from the sales made. So we do the same, equal, select the sales, and then multiply by, and we select the 15% that is here up in the cell J2. So we fix this cell with the function F4. Remember that this function is to fix it, and enter. So that's how I obtain the commission for that sale. And then double click, and automatically I get all the commissions. So now I need to know about the profit. If I have these commissions that I'm going to pay to each of these sellers for the sales that they made, so I need to make a deduction, and that would be the remaining profit for the company. So I just locate here in the first cell, just type equal, select the sales, and then make the deduction minus the commissions. So I'm just making a deduction of H5 minus I5. So I don't fix nothing here because the cells are variable. They don't repeat it on the values. So I have here from this amount of, for instance, this item that costs 115. We sold 12 items, 12 quantities. So the commission corresponding is the 15% out of the sales. So if I do the subtraction, I get this result, $1,173 as profit for the company only for this sale. So double click on the autofill, and that's how I get all the earnings and all the profits for the company. Okay, so this which has been reinforcing what we have learned so far. So let's review the subtotal tool. It's good to know that this works all together with the filter tool. So remember to use the filter, we need to add them. So that's how we need to add them, selecting this heading in the row number 4. And then, as I told you lately, Control Shift plus L on your keyboard, and you can deactivate it pressing the same keys. You can do it also located at any cell of the table, just locating, if you can make it, just select the headings. For instance, I'm going to locate the cursor anywhere and press Ctrl Shift L, and you see I have these filters activated. Well, with this I can filter any of these columns, and so I can get the subtotals. Let's see what this subtotal is about. For instance, if I would like to pay the commission that is this column in the I column to one of my to each of them of my sellers, so I need to filter. So these are my 5 sellers. So I have here 5 sellers in my list. So I'm going to pay to each of them, and I would like to pay them their commissions. So I need to make a deduction, an addition of their commissions. But if I would like to make the auto filter, so I go directly to sellers, deselect all of them and just mark only Carol, and that's how I obtain the commissions for only for Carol. So I select all that, and here at the bottom of my screen, see, this is the total amount that she's going to receive for her commissions throughout all those periods. That's what belongs to her. But I would like to do the same for another seller, so deactivate Carol and activate Helen, for instance, and Helen will be receiving this amount that I have here. So I again get back, and here mark James, and for James will be receiving more than $3,000, and so I will be doing that one by one. If I would have more than 5 sellers, then obviously the work will be tedious, but as you can notice, you can do it with filters. So, but now I'm going to select them all. So if I would like it to make it in a more professional way, in a fastest way, then what I can do is applying the subtotal function, not only for having the commissions, but it also is useful for many more things. So I'm going to show you right now. So once the filters are activated, this is the first step. Now I'm going to order the column where I want to obtain the information. As I mentioned first, I would like to obtain the sales, so the commissions that each of my sellers are going to receive. So I just go to see the filter of my sellers, and I'm going to sort them from A to C or from C to 8. For instance, from A to C. The most important here is that before using the subtotal tools, this column must be in order. So you see Carol is first as an alphabetic order, there comes Helen and second place, then comes James in third place, and then comes Patrick in fourth place, and finally Peter in the fifth place. So they are all sorted in alphabetic order, but more than that, they are grouped. So all these that unselected belongs to Carol, and also all these that unselected belongs to Helen, and so on for each of them. Okay, so now I just made this second step of ordering this column. So first step, remember to selecting and adding the filters. Second column, to select the key column where I would like to obtain the main information. So I ordered the sellers column. The third step, keep the cursor anywhere in the table, always inside the table. Then, now that I am located somewhere inside the table, I go directly to Data tab, and to the extreme right, you're going to find the Subtotal ribbon. And here you can open here, just click here and see. I'm going to move it up. Since I located the cursor inside some random cell, so it detected whole information inside the table and it selected immediately inside in gray. What would happen if I make a mistake? Let's suppose that I left the cursor outside the table, not inside. So I get back to data and I should select subtotal and see. Excel is saying that and it's not detecting any information around the cell that you have. So I can't give you any function. So I'm going to do another mistake. I'm going to make another mistake. For instance, selecting these cells and get back to data and subtotal. And it's saying again that it's not detecting the database, I'm just detecting only a portion of cells. Do you want to continue? And just say yes, okay. So you see that only these fields are appearing. So it's not the proper way to work. So now, for doing the right thing, get inside the table. It's not necessary to select all database, but it's just enough selecting one cell. And then again, get back to data and then subtotal. And now I have all the fields included. So now they are all included. And now in this window, I'm going to indicate that for each change where. So here I'm going to select the column that was sorted. Remember, the seller column was selected, so I select that column. Again, here in second place is asking me which kind of function do I want to perform. And so here you will see that it's not only the sum function, there are many that we have seen, for instance, like count, average, minimum, maximum, and so on. So I'm going to select the most ideal one for this example. That is sum. And here down, where do you want to add the amount? Which of these columns do you want to add? So as you can remember, I have here many numeric columns. So I have the unit, the quantity, the sales, the commissions, and the profits. So I just would like to know about the commissions. So just select the commissions only. So as a summary, in the upper part of this window, you just select the column that you order first, in this case the sellers. The second, just choose the kind of function, the sum. And finally, what do you want to add? Where do you want to add it? To the commissions. So far I don't mark any of them, of these last options. And I say OK, and you can see, so below each group that was sorted previously as Carol, and here I have the total for her, and she earned 4,064.10. In the second group there comes Helen, and here is her commission. In the third group we have here James and his total of commissions, and also the same for Patrick, see the commission, and finally Peter with his commissions and the total from all of the commissions that the company must pay to each of these employees. So this is the first way to obtain the subtotal, thanks to ordering first in the column of sellers. So it's very important to sort the column, the key column. So to the right, no, sorry, to the left. Here you see there is a scheme ordered from 1 to 3. If I click on number 1, it's giving me the summary of all the operation, and this is the total amount that the company must pay, more than $12,000. If I go to number 2, I have the main summary, in a summary that shows me the total that belongs to each of these sellers, including the general total. And also in number 3 is showing me all the information. The most important is number 2, to have a summary of the information and not doing this procedure of going up or down when we have many data here. So if I would like to show or just make an analysis to some of them, so okay, who earned more? Okay, Carol, she earned much more than them, than the other ones. So I just select here to the left in the auto scheme and here click. So it just expanded the Carol's information. So if I would like to know who earned the least, it was Patrick. I'm sorry, no, it's Peter. So I just click on the plus of Peter, and here I can see it's because he only sold the items in the Ohio state, not in the other states. Therefore, he earned less and maybe in a shorter period. Then I close back again, and here I have all the commissions for each of my sellers. But this that you have made, this is something very quickly. It doesn't remain permanently. So you get back to data, you keep the cursor inside the table, don't leave it outside. If you leave it outside, you go to data subtotal, and again you have this error warning. Keep your cursor inside the table. So go back to data subtotal, and now you remove all. And then again you have your normal table, just I did it before. Obviously keeping the order of the sellers, remember? Okay, let's go to do another one. For instance, I would like to order them. I don't want to select more commissions of sellers. So what I'm going to do is, as the representative of the company, I would like to know which product was most sold, or which product gave me more profit. So what I can do, go directly to filter, sorting from A to C or from C to A. Now let's do it the opposite way, sorting from C to A. The important here is that all products are in groups. Here I have one second group, the third product, and a fourth group of products. So just, or they are only 4 types of products, and now they are ordered, but in alphabetic order from C to A. So I would like to know which amount was sold from each of these. How was the sales for that, how much, and how was the profit for the company. So I need these 3 columns. I don't need commissions anymore. Okay, after ordering this, I just place my cursor anywhere, then again data subtotal, and I start again. Which is the column that was ordered? Products. What do I want to know? The sum function, the most ideal one. What do I want to add? Not commissions anymore, deactivated, and then I would like to know the quantity sold, the sales, and the profit company. And there you have it here. So if you want to make a summary, then you click up here to the scheme to the left. So now I know that this product I sold 225 units with a total of more than 28,000, and the earning for the company was of 34,000 and some more. Then I have the other type of product. I have here the amount, I have here the sales, and also the profit for the company, and also with the same for dresses and blouses. Out from the grand total, I have income of more than 85,000, but for the company is 77,000 1,955. And as a total, we sold 682 units. So now see how subtotal works. If I want to get back to normal, get back again, data, subtotal, remove all. And here I have the second place, a second example. But this time I would like to count. The quantities of, for instance, let's see, of the products. I would like to know about the units, how many of them were sold by rows. So I would like to know, I know that the amounts I have them, don't confuse with the quantities of what I'm going to do now. So just keep the products in order. I go to subtotal again, and here I keep the product, but I don't want the sum. I want the counting. What do I want to count? But for this example, you can count now any of the columns that you may wish. For instance, I would like to count the sales. Here, only sales. So the column ordered by product, I would like to count the sales. So I activate it and okay. So here you can see that from the sales, there are 16 rows activated. And yes, it's true. And here, from this product, we find this product 15 times, and also for each of them. So as a summary, I have 90 units. This is not making an addition. It's not related with the quantities sold. These are the amounts of, this is the number of times this product is repeated inside the table. So now get back to data, subtotal again, and I remove all, and it gets back to the normal and my database or my table. Okay, so now it's going to do this. I want to do two things at the same time, maybe more advanced. I want to know by date which number of product did I sell. Let's see. For instance, let's arrange the states from A to C. Sorted from A to C. Now I'm going to see the products from A to C as well. So it says that this product here, this blouse, was sold in this state: in California, in Florida, in Alabama, in New York, and also, as you see, in Texas. Likewise, this product was sold only in Ohio. This other product, as you see, was also sold in California, in New York, in Texas, and also this last product was also sold in these states: in California, in Florida, in Alabama, in New York, and in Texas. Okay, so I would like to know what is the amount for each of these and each of the other cells. So I just keep inside the table. Remember that I ordered two fields. I ordered data and then the total. So now I'm going to select the last column that was sorted, that it was a product. So I get back here. I'm going to select product. I select product, and then it's asking me the function. I'm going to activate sum and also down the sales. So here I get the sales of each product. For instance, as a total of blouse were sold 20 more than 26,000, and same way for the dresses, shirts, and trousers. So I get back to data, subtotal, but this time I'm going to select the second column that was ordered, that in this case was the column of state. And also I'm going to apply a sum, and I'm going to activate sales, but I don't activate with OK, but I'm going to deactivate this case here that it says replace all the current subtotals, because if I leave it here, these amounts that are here of 26,280 will be removed, but I do want them to keep. I want it to stay there. So that's how I deactivated that box. So as you see from this blouse that you have here is the subtotal, but also you have here another amount. So it says that from blouse it was 2057, but here it says the total amount that was sold in that state. This amount was sold in Alabama. This is another group in New York, was 7,992, and also in Texas here we have 5,054. So making the addition of all of these gives me more than 26,000. So see that to get this I have to do it twice and deactivate it in that box. So here in the scheme to the left, here I have 4 options, 4 numbers. So now you can see how it looks like. So one is the total, second is the first summaries, 3 are the second summaries with the states and the products, and 4 is the whole table again. Can I continue filtering more? Yes, but it will be more confusing. So the idea is just to obtain 1 or 2 subtotals just to have a quick organizations. Maybe if you have the information that could be repeated, you can use it using this function. So I get back to remove all. So this is a first step that you can do with the subtotal function. In the intermediate level of Excel for business, you are going to see this in a more advanced, in a deeper way, and to give you more precise details. But now, to get back to normal, this is already it's normal, but I do want to have it here back again in this column that it was disordered. Why? Because I had to arrange and sort all the other columns that we have been using. But we can obtain also results by using the date. How do I get back to normal? So I just put it from sort from to smaller to bigger. So if you see, it's numbered again from 1 to 50, and the data gets back to normal. I can deactivate the filters with Ctrl-Shift-L, and you can keep it as it was at the beginning. Okay, with this, we finish with the subtotal key, very powerful tool to do a quick analysis, and you have it here. Maybe sometimes as this is very hidden here you can find it in data and subtotal. Usually the user doesn't know how to use it, but you already know how to do that, and you can put it in practice in your daily activities or at work. So I'm going to save this file, save as, browse within the resource folder. Remember that always at the end I just change the name of the file, adding finished, and then save. Okay, ready? So I have this file, so just close, and obviously number 5 is ready to be used again. If I reopen you see, it's ready to practice again from the beginning. Okay, so now let's go to close this file and continue with the serial of videos and practices for this basic level of Excel for business. I'm going to open number 7, that is the graphic part. Graphic is the nicest part within Excel, is the easiest part of Excel, just to be honest, but it also has some details that you need to learn. So this is the first part of graphics. This is not so complicated, you're going to learn. So here we have a little example. We have a production in tons. These are made up amounts from January up to December. So here we have the products: coffee, rice, sugar, like wheat, cocoa. So here we have these products, and what do I want to do with these products? I'm going to put it in charts. So if, for instance, if I would like to know the production of these products for January only, then I select it as it is, then have from the headings downwards and release the mouse. Okay, so if I would like to obtain information from the first quarter of the year, I just select these 3 months and the products. If I would like to know all the months of the year, but with a specific products, and I select the headings. Headings is very important, plus the product that I would like to put in charts. If the product is selected from the headings, then I select first the headings, release the mouse, and then press the Control key and select sugar, for instance. So I just selected these 2 rows. Control is a very important key to select when these elements are separated. It's very important, so you need to practice it and so you can use it correctly. If I would like to select another product, then I just press Control again. For instance, I want to select cocoa, and again release it. For instance, here I'm going to put in charts the products of sugar and cocoa. These 2 products for all months of the year, from January to December. Okay, so let's start with the small chart. So here I would like to put in graphics. Remember that headings is very important. Never select the main title, because this is just like an ornament. Remember that at the beginning told you that the headings are the most important part from downwards. So these are representing each of these columns. So this is a tabular design. Okay, again, so I'm going to select these titles. I select January, and now I'm going to insert in the upper part, insert tab, and here you have a section of charts. From all of these are charts. So here you have the recommended ones, I have the columns, we have the lines, we have the pie charts, and also other graphics as tree map of rings and very scattered charts and so on. So let's go to choose one of them. For instance, let's go to this, that is the 2D pie. And with this, and I obtain immediately the chart. It will always appear covering the table. Try to drag it from this part when there is no element, not here, because it will happen this. So just Control C, and you drag it from here, from a free part, and you can put it up here. I'm going to reduce the size of the chart to have it fit. Okay, so is showing me the information that belongs to each of the products within the month of January. So this is the headings and this is the legend. The legend says which color belongs to each product. But we can improve a little bit in this chart. Here to the right, you see these icons. Two of them are more important, the plus and the brush. So here I open this, and there it says select the style that you would like to have for your chart. So I select this one, or maybe this one with percentages. This one is more simple. This one is showing me the percentage. So these are just styles. So you have see there with the names and percentages out, but not inside the pie. And here we have with the information, but inside. And there you have it. You can select again this one. So each of them is at your availability. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so now I go to colors. Concerning the colors, you can select this set of colors, or maybe this, or maybe of one color but with different tones, different grades, in blues, in red, in gray, in green, in light blue. I'm going to select this one to differentiate them one by one. Okay, so here is the style and here is the color. To get out, just click outside. Okay, let's get back to the chart. With the plus sign, with the plus box, here I can activate the legend, but it doesn't make sense because I'm having the same names here, so it's just deactivated. I can activate the date, the details, and here I deactivate it. What happens? It disappears. It's because when I deactivated, but here I can get back activating them with this key. I can put it in different way. So it's showing me now the values represented by each product. And then here again it return, and here I have more options. So just leave the values. Okay. And I have here the title or the headings. The heading. With this I can take it out or leave there. I can leave it there, and this belongs to coffee. So this is the production in January of coffee. Then you see that the legend is deactivated. Now get back to plus and add the legend. I can also arrange the legend. So here it is. The graphic is more ordered. If I change values here from, for instance, if I add 5 here, see what happens with the chart. The chart will move because the graphic depends on this table, depends on that column, and if you have it selected, it's also activated with these colors that you have seen. So this chart depends on this information. So I just click outside the table and I'm going to choose another graphic. So I select all products, control, and this time I'm going to select February, March, only this. And then remember that I made it with control to not select January. I get back to insert, and now I'm going to use the recommended charts. And in this group, I open this window that I have the most used charts within the company. So I have the here the columns. I have another one that is stacked column. We have another of scattered. I have one of bars or stacked bar. I'm going to select this, just this one that you see here. Now I have the graphic here. I'm going to place it here. So I'm going to close it a little bit, just a little more, and ready. And I'm going to put it at the same level of the other one. And now by default you have here this without the values. What happened with the plus and the arrow is because I'm located at the extreme right, or maybe you can select it from the upper part. Here you just select here and you can select another type, another style. Here I have this or this or this, so there's no need to add the brush or the plus icons. But if you would like to see them, just you can drag to the left your chart and then you will see the icons. Remember that you can do it here in the ribbon part up. So I can select again the brush, and here I'm going to select another style. I'm going to select then the color. Let's change the color. Okay, I get back to plus, and inside plus I'm going to deactivate these lines, these opaque lines that are here, like guidelines. So I'm going to take it out. So, or maybe to see the chart very clean. Okay. So here's the upper part. And here we have February and March, which is the correct part. So here you have more elements that are filling the screen. Okay, click outside, and now click out, and now again I'm going to drag it from the free part in the white part to the top. So I have two charts here, so just select them and you see how this activated the cells. So now I'm going to perform another chart including all months, but only for coffee. That's how I select it. And then I get back to insert. I'm going to select one of these recommended charts. I'm going to use this line. Excel is very intuitive software, so it suggested me lines. Why? Because it's very representative when you're working with time. In this occasion, we're working with months, and it's selecting another one with lines. But you can change it from like this or type of a filter. But here I'm going to select this one of lines. So this I'm going to put this chart here. I'm going to expand it a little more, and I'm going to reduce the height. But I would like to clean it a little more. So let's go to brush, as always, and you can change into another type of graphic, or you can put it here or this one, or so on. You can choose any of your preference. And here I'm going to use the first one. Select the color. You can change the color to or this or this or this one or this. So I'm going to select the green one. Then with the plus icon I can activate here. I have already the data, but also I'm going to deactivate the grid lines, those lines that were at the bottom, to keep it more cleaner. This, so I just leave the title of Hey Coffee here. And what else can I do? Oh yeah, we can activate the timeline here, so to have an idea how was the cells. But in a legend it's not necessary, because the legend is the information represented here is only coffee, so it's not necessary because I already have it on the main heading. So, but this line chart has a bizarre view. But what happens if I would like to activate it as a curve? Then I select here the right button here and choose the last option. Again, I select one part of this line, then right button of your mouse, click there, and then I select this format data series and click back again, and I have another additional window, and in this window I'm going to select this painting, and here I have all these options. I go downwards and activate this last case that says smoothing lines, and then you have it as a curve and close. That's the way how I can convert this bizarre line into a smoothed line. Then you can see how was the trend throughout the time from January up to December. This happened for coffee. Okay, so that's how we can generate a chart within Excel. Let's going to perform another one. This time I'm going to use the keyword. I'm going to select only the products until June, the first semester of the year, and I'm going to put in chart two products, that is coffee and rice. So only these two. And then I'm going to use two keys, very important, of my keyword to have it then to have a chart very quickly. So just do this. Press Alt below the C and F1, and there you have a very quick chart immediately. If it doesn't work, it's because you don't have the function key maybe, and then you press it's Alt function and then F1, one of the keys, that these keys of functions that in the upper part in the keyboard. Okay, it obviously will appear the column charts every time that I use this set of keys. I can change it to yes, of course. And here, right button of the mouse inside the chart, and you can change it, the type or the style of chart. So I can change it now from a bar into a bar chart that is a stacked one, as a stacked bar. I press OK, and there you have it, a stack bar. So we can move it here so I can see these icons, and then click on the brush, and then I can change the style of the bars. But here, for instance, you can see it's cleaner. I can change also the colors, whatever I would like to have them. And then go again to the plus and go to have, well, I have already activated the data. Just take out the grid lines, and the legend will go to the right here. So the chart is bigger. The title can change also if I just double click here. So here I'm going to put something like coffee and rice, and ready. Although this is also considered in the legend, but I just can collect it. I can place this. So just arrange the position, and then here you have a pie chart, or a column chart, another smoothed line chart, and the bars chart. These are the most common type of charts used in administration. Now let's see another one. I select all data, select all the products, all the months, and all the numbers in tons. And now, just to show you in another sheet independently, I use the function F11. If F11 doesn't work, then press function key plus F11. And now here you have it, all the graphic, all the chart in another sheet. The information is in the sheet 1. here, as you may see with these graphics. But if I select the F11, it happens this. So here I would like to change the graphic again, the right button, and then change the chart type. I select the 3D, this one, and I type OK. What else can I do? Here you have the plus, the brush. I haven't tried filter yet, but let's use the brush. And here I selected another type of chart. Could be this or this or this, whatever. Any of them. You can select all of them. You see all the nuances that we have here. Or maybe also has the values included. Then I can also change the color as any of your preferences. With plus, I can also take out something like the grid lines, you see, so to have it cleaner, or you can leave it activated. What else? But also I can dispose the legend from here, and so activate it, but here to the right. But this time I'm going to put the legend in the top. I'm going to take out the main title, that is this one. There's not anymore, and I don't have it here. I can select the legend with a click, and here up I can increase the size of the font to look like a heading. But now this legend will be as a title. So now I don't have the title anymore because this is representing my title. So you see, I can also add the bold of the font, also can increase the size of the font, and also mouse, I can select it and add as bold, and here this value can also be in bold or higher size. Numbers also can change the colors, but remember these are selected by colors, so you cannot select it one by one. When the information is very dense as this one, and this is a chart in 3D, so I am representing them for a board of directors or a conference or a seminar. So what you can do is to make it then turn. But what would I have this in a separate sheet? Because to printing, and secondly, if I'm going to show it, to give it as explanation, because if I'm going to explain like this, is like a mess, even though it's ordered. But it's better to explain a chart in a second sheet. So if I would like to move this chart, I just right button of your mouse, click there, and have the 3D rotation. And here you have these two options, X and Y. X at 20 degrees and Y at 15 degrees. So I can move this and increase the grades of each. So it's like you are shifting a plate. And then I get back to 20 degrees and see it's going to turn to the other way. For instance, usually this is the one that is located as an effect. So this would seem like I'm watching from above. And also if I move down, if I were seeing from the bottom. So now when you are going to explain all this and I say, hey, I don't see the products that are behind, then you can use these buttons to make it shift. And then again, to activate it, again, right button of the mouse, I can activate this rotation part, and here again I go directly to these coordinates, X and Y. So this is a bidimensional chart, but here you have it. Okay, so now let's get back here, but let's get back to the sheet with the data, but I'm going to do it with two products, with three products. And again, I press function F11 or just F11, but I would like to change the graphic. Chart, right button, I'm going to choose these lines with dots. This is the fourth order, and from this you can choose the first one. Okay, and there you have it, a chart with lines. So I'm going to clean it a little bit. So I just go to styles. You can choose any of these. So I'm going to use maybe to choose this one that looks cleaner. And here in the color, you can also change the color. So you would like to choose this. I go to the plus sign. There I have the values. I'm going to take out the title, and the legend will be at the top. Here to make it work as a title, I'm going to take out the grid lines. I don't want to see them. Also, I have a graphic of lines. Then just select on the line if you want to smooth it, and go the last option here and select smoothing lines, and then select the second one and again smooth, and then the third line you click and smooth, then close that window and it's already converted into curves. Now let's see the third one, but in another sheet. This time I imagine I want to select all products, all months, but the data are not together, so just press the Ctrl key. So I just would like to have information from rice and wheat. So I go up again to the options, that is insert chart. If you would like to make it there, you can choose any of these, but if I would like to make it quickly, I just press F11 and there I have it. So let's go to work with this case. This time I would like to convert it into two charts at the same time. How is that when I'm going to use that? When data are bigger than the other ones, but this time when I'm using that, these are on the same level, but I'm just going to show you how we can make it. Just right button of your mouse, then I select this option as a clustered column line. Here I'm going to have this graphic in bars, also in lines. I can change the type of graphic too, as you can see it there, but it doesn't look good. So I'm going to choose this, but I also can change it from lines, or maybe just here. And then click OK, and then I have two charts represented in one. See that one is represented with the secondary axis, and another one is working with the primary axis. This one is represented by rice, that one that is in blue, and this one that is in red lines, this is the wheat. Okay, so now I just convert into cubes, right button, so I'm going to convert it into a smoothed line. So you see, I'm going to make it clean, then I type I select with the plus, take out the grid lines, and the legend I'm going to put it in the upper part at the top, and also deselect the values. Sorry, the chart title. Okay, so what else is missing? I forgot the data that representing each of these. Now, sometimes um, you wonder maybe if you can change the colors. Yes, of course, I'm going to select in this column this blue bar and go to home. You can change it into green, and there you have it. Again, I can change it again here in this color, and there it is. So we have made a change of this. You know that this heading can be bigger, also the numbers can be bigger if I select a little more, but they work per groups. So if I select another one, this would be to another group. Okay, so everything can change, everything can be altered. Well, on this topic, we saw charts out of from this table. This is small table that we had here at the beginning. We performed many charts in the same sheet, and also learned how to insert more charts with F11. And also in other sheet, we represented the information just pressing using the function F11. Okay, so with this topic, we arrived to the end of this part of how to work with charts in Excel.